Today I'm going to start teaching you how to play the Baroque flute, or the early French model classical flute. I currently use the Pratten model, so my structure is based off of Pratten's 6 holes and narrowing tapered bore. All Baroque flutes usually have just 6 holes and an E flat key, which is your very bottom key. I'm going to introduce you to the parts of a Baroque flute. You have your head joint, which has your hole, which makes your sound. Okay, then we're going to have the foot joint, which has your E flat key. And in this case, I have a French style, but all E flat keys will still be an E flat key. Doesn't matter what flute you have. And then I have the joints. Now, most of you will have 2 joints, either in 4, one in what they call A440 or one in A415. Currently, I'm going to use the A440 model for easier to tune along with the piano. The 436 or 415s, they're a little more challenging to keep in tune. And if you have one of them ones, it's going to be a lot more difficult to play in tune, so you're going to have to think a half a step lower than what I teach you. Okay, so now we have the 4 parts. How do we assemble these? I always start with the middle of the flute. So you're going to take both joints, your upper joint and the bottom joint, and all they do is connect. The nice thing about flutes of the period is you can adjust your tone holes to your comfort. I prefer mine on this hand on a slant. The butt joint, or the foot of the flute with the E flat key, should line up, and where you would want to put it is probably 45 degrees from your D. It makes it easier to hit it with your pinky, as your pinky is smaller. So there's the base of the flute together. Your head joint, you want to make sure it is lined up, and with Baroque flutes, it should be bang on with your tone holes, because you need the room to roll around for tuning. We'll get into that after. For now, I just want to get on the basic sound. There's 2 ways you can approach this. The first way is it's like blowing over a bottle. If you use the big end, get used to what I do is I put my finger here on my lip. I put my bite over it. See the little holder? That little bit with a Baroque flute. Put the mouthpiece over your mouth, roll it so the hole's at the top of your lip. Give it position. I call it looking like you're spitting out lemons. Or sunflower seeds, sorry. Roll the flute out and blow. And you'll notice as you do that, you'll start to get a sound. Now, once you can get a nice clean sound, you have it just in the right spot. Now, I usually think the syllable 2. If you do that, your lips will automatically fall into 2, 2, 2, 2. Always keep the corners of your lips sealed till you get comfortable. Just keep practicing with just the mouthpiece until you can do that nice and clean. And hold it. Now, the difference between a Baroque flute and a modern concert flute is Baroque flutes follow a different philosophy for breathing. Less air will actually give you more volume and better control. The point of a Baroque flute is it's a harmonic instrument. Its timbre is very distinguished, and every note has a different sound. So just keep practicing, and then when you get comfortable, attach your head joint to your flute and just hold the flute. Till you can actually get a sound out of it. My next video, I'll teach you how to hold the flute and how to play your first note.